Ba 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 doo. Beep beep ba doo. This is how I dance. This is how I get down. Da da da. What's going on? Good evening. Good afternoon. Perhaps good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome into another live wrestling trivia night, hosted by yours truly, Mr. WrestleTrivia, aka Kevin J. Callis. Ba 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 da ba ba. I missed it. Ba 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 da ba ba. So we're here. We made it to another. We made another 2 weeks, and we have come back to do this. I'm happy. I'm excited. I hope you are too. Let's get right into it. If you've never done this before, all right, here's the deal. There are 30 trivia questions, okay? And the way that we do this is we use a program called Kahoot. So there is a Kahoot app that you can download for your smartphone. Or if you don't want to do that, you can go to the website www.kahoot.it. And what you want to do is you want to put in this PIN number. You can see it now on the screen. The PIN number is 9619094. All right. And once you do that, you put in your name, and your name will appear on the screen. As you can see, folks are already coming in. I'm excited to see some repeats here, which is always good. Hopefully we have a couple new first-timers here. That would also be fun, right? We got Obaskinny. By the way, 2 weeks ago, this contest was won by, there's another wrestling show out there, which is called The Wrestling Show, hosted by Sleazy and the Fat Man. Neither of those two guys won, but the host of After Dark, the wrestling show, Ryan, was the big wiener who came in first place. Draco came in second because his phone died. So hopefully Bob has a charger this week and will not mess up. All right. Anyway, who else do we have so far here? Let me get my glasses on because I'm an old man. I'm getting older and older as we speak. September 8th, that's my birthday. Write it down, put it on your calendar so you can send me a card. Maybe send me a super chat or something. I don't know. But let's see. So far we got Billie Jean is not my lover. Ooh. Thigh Slaps is in the house. Joey D. XL Gear. Sounds almost like Veer Mahan, but XL Gear is here. Ethan Gold, Jenny Lynn Walter, David, the WWE fan, Sweets, Malachi, Oreo, Violet, KMK versus KJK. Great to see you again. 311 Nick is in the house. Scammy Zane. What's up, Scammy Zane? I've never seen that name before. We have the Paul Heyman, Kevin J. Cabbage. Yeah. It's in the house. Biggie Henry, Ryan the Bowler, Snicks, Chase TMG, TJ Holiday, Big G, Oba Skinny, Scam 15, the WrestleManiac, the WCW Wolf. I hope I don't botch this name. Jaishika 415, Rockhausen, Tammyhausen, Headlocks, Flanders, Jack Showtime, B-Manzilla, Alley, Doc Marco, Chops 480, Papa. Hello, Papa. I don't think that's my Papa. Roland is here. By the way, I got to turn on this music. There we go. Roland and Kush. Kushlash. Bob Draco, and of course, bringing up the rear, your four-time champion, Bret Housen, is in the house. Let's see who we got in the chat so far. We got Ian. Ian, you're the man. Ian Healy, who helped me out with one of these questions. So, Ian, I appreciate that. We got Trix SZTM. Hey, Mr. WrestleTrivia, what's going on? Jack, Bob. The Pasky crew is saying because I was 2 minutes late. So, anywho. Ben Benya 13 under the weather for Trader Joe's Pizza Night, living the middle class dream. Metal Pulse says let's go. Malachi Max, his birthday was yesterday, so happy birthday. Tammy Kaiser, so excited for her SummerSlam trip. It's a bus tour trip. That sounds like a lot of fun. Joey Davino is excited to give this a try. So Joey, welcome. Hope excited that you've decided to come and play this. So hopefully you are logged in to Kahoot on the app and you've put in your game pin number. If not, you can go to www.kahoot.it and then type in the pin number 9619094. Brett Housen missed 2 weeks ago, but he's here, so that's important, and that's very good. Joey D, okay, that's good to see you are in. If you don't see your number, you can check it out. Joey D. Monkey in a Barrel is new. JVHY2J2 Sweet Me is also here. Maddie in the Caddy is new. Roman Pains. Finn Meowler. The Gelster. Cool Dog 88. I Stink. I don't even know what that means. And then everybody else I've kind of done. So, but check this out. Look at this. Jolin Jones. Where is this? Can I get this over here? How do I do this? I gotta. Gave me a super chat. Gave me a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. That is incredible. I appreciate that. Normally I have goals here that I try and hit, but sometimes my goal that I had done in the past was like, if I can get 10 $5 super chats or more, I do a trivia tomorrow or later on this week. But those goals never really went anywhere, so I kind of scrapped the goals. But anywho, if you're subscribed to the channel, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Before we begin, make sure you hit that like button. We have 62 of you here, but only 17 like buttons. Don't hit the like button in Kahoot. I want the actual legitimate like button on YouTube. That thumbs up. That's important that you click that for me so that we can help the channel grow and reach new people and, you know, keep this train rolling. Yes, hit it like I deserve it. Come on, thigh slap it like I deserve it. All right, we're up to 25. Hey, let's go, people. Come on, hit that thumbs up button. All right, we also have Ryan just showed up who won last week. Turn it down a little bit. Who won 2 weeks ago, so that's awesome. And Pud Puller, Ace, and not Dr. Leedy. So, y'all ready to do this? I'm ready. Let's start the game. Remember, 30 questions. The first 15 will be regular trivia from the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and today the final 15 will be SummerSlam-related trivia. All right? So here we go. We're going to start the Kahoot. First question. This is quiz number 10. Wow, that's pretty cool. 3, 2, 1. Who was the first ever TNA era NWA World Heavyweight Champion? Was it AJ Styles, Jeff Jarrett, Ken Shamrock, or Ron Killings? I watched the first two Dark Sides of the Ring, I love that show. It's an amazing documentary series. I was watching some other ones over the weekend, like on Black Saturday and stuff like that. And really tremendous stuff. The third episode, I believe, comes out tomorrow night. I'm excited for the Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff episode coming up this season, as well as the Missy Hyatt one. Because Missy Hyatt, she was my number one, like back in the day in the mid to late 80s. She was my valet. No Miss Elizabeth, no Sunshine, no Precious, no Sensational Sherry. Missy Hyatt, that was my number one. But anyway, let's get enough about me and my boyhood crushes. The first ever TNA NWA World Heavyweight Champion was, as 35 of you answer correctly, Ken Shamrock. And look at that board once again. Bretthausen already. See if he can go wire to wire. I don't know. It's possible. Let me do this again right here and say Jolin Jones. Jolin Jones won. Woohoo! Yoo-hoo! Thank you very much for that $5 super chat. I appreciate it immensely. Thank you very much. All right, so now we're on to question numero dos. This will be a true or false question, and you have, I believe, 30 seconds to answer it correctly. Goldberg defeated Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 33. True or false? Yes, very well done, everybody. Very well done. 48 of you with the correct answer. That is false. He did not win. He did not defeat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 33. The Beast instead defeated him. And there we go. Well, there won't be a wire-to-wire there for Bretthausen because Flanders took over first place, Paw in second, Sweets in third, Chase TMG in fourth, and Jack Showtime in fifth. Up 13 places, Allie is the highest climber. Way to go. Oh, looks like Bretthausen had to roll because he is doing, he has his own trivia gig tonight. So that's pretty cool. But he had to roll. So looks like we'll have another possibly new champion. I don't know. All right, question number 3 on the board. Multiple choice. Which one of these wrestlers was not a tag team partner of the Barbarian? Fatu, Haku, Meng, or Samu? I love the Barbarian. Very underrated wrestler. Tommy Jones. Tommy Young. Which one of these wrestlers was not a tag team partner of the Barbarian? Fatu, Haku, Meng, or Samu? All right, 10 seconds left. We still got a couple people who haven't gotten their pick in, their answer in. Oh, this was tricky, right? So the Barbarian was a tag team partner of Fatu when he was a part of the new Head Shrinkers. The Barbarian was called Sione. He was a partner with Haku as part of the Heenan family. Haku and Meng are the same person, and the Barbarian was a tag team partner of Meng in WCW as the Faces of Fear. However, the correct answer, 22 of you got it correct. It was Samu. And we go and check out the scoreboard. And Sweets is now in first place. Violet is up 16 places and is the highest climber. And Allie is in second place, as well as Jai Ishika 415, Chase TMG in fourth, and Jack Showtime in fifth. Pin the answer on the board. Worth double your points here. Who was Bam Bam Bigelow's first manager in the WWF? Participants, drop your pins on the manager you think it is. By the way, people, do me a favor. Don't be leaving answers in the chat. All right? That is kind of a spoiler to some people who might not know it. I'm just saying. Okay? The correct answer, well, the top left was Bobby the Brain Heenan. The top right was Luscious Johnny Valiant. The bottom right was the Doctor of Style Slick. But the bottom left was Sir Oliver Humperdinck, who was Bam Bam's first manager back in 1987-88. Allie is up to first. Sweets, Flanders, Headlocks, and Jack Showtime still sticking in there at fifth place. On to question number 5. In 1986, The Undertaker began training under what crazy wrestler? Bruiser Brody, Buzz Sawyer, Mad Dog Vachon, or Pampero Firpa? 65 people. 65 people watching. 38 likes. Come on. Let's get those thumbs up buttons more. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hit those thumbs up. Right? Right there. See? That's my thumb. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Please. Thank you. I don't want to beg. I don't want to be that guy. Like, you know? All right. 5 seconds. As heard on, I guess when he did the whole Undertaker, like Dead Man 5 episodes, it was Buzz Sawyer who he basically took his money, took the Undertaker's money, and then split town because he was crazy. The Mad Dog. Scoreboard. Allie still in first. Headlocks moves up a little bit. Ryan the Bowler is now in the top 5. And we're moving along nicely here. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's having fun. If you're joining late, you can join this game. Let me see if you can see it right there. Join at, I'll put the little cursor, kahoot.it/9619094. All right, let's get into it. Question number 6. Who had the most reigns as ECW World Television Champion with 4? Too Cold Scorpio, Rob Van Dam, Rhino, or Taz with 2 Z's? Bump, 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 bump. Who could it be with 4? Too Cold, Scorpio. I need to play that song. Where's that song? Bear with me 1 second, folks. And that's about as good as I can dance. I can't dance as good as Too Cold. But correct answer is Too Cold Scorpio with 4 reigns. Surprising, yeah. Impressive. All right. That's a great song. That's a great tune. I got to make that into I got to do something with that. All right. How did everybody do there? 16 said Rob Van Dam. That tricked you there. Rhino was the last ECW World TV champion. I think Taz had it twice. So we go to the scoreboard. Once again, Allie holding strong. Allie and Sweets holding strong. Is that, did I just see somebody's name is Pud Puller? Pud Puller? Come on, man. This is family friendly. Pulling your pud, Kevin J. Cabbage. What's going on here, man? Allie and Sweets, strong, top 2. Flanders, Ryan the Bowler, and Headlocks. We're moving on to question number 7. True or false? CM Punk has never won the Royal Rumble. Look at him. Huh? What? I was listening to Punk's podcast with Stephanie McMahon today. I got about halfway through it. Nothing too special or interesting or crazy. You know, they're like good buddies now, so it's all good. Basically, like the first half of it is just talking about Punk being old and what he does to not get hurt anymore by taking ice baths and doing red light therapy and having a trainer and taking mirror selfies and like sending him to his trainer and then taking saunas and all this other stuff. So maybe I should start doing that and I wouldn't feel like crap because I'm old. Anywho, the correct answer is true. 55 of you got that right. I don't think I've ever had a true or false where someone hasn't, at least where it's been like unanimous. I think maybe one time I had like one person either say true or false and everybody else got the right answer. But anywho, I digress. Scoreboard top five stays the same just because that was a relatively easy question. Most of these other questions, you know, I like to bring it. I like to bring some tough questions for you. I don't like to give you the cupcakes very often. Question number 8. Who won the ECW title in WWE, the NWA title in TNA, and the Impact title in AEW? Was it Christian, CM Punk, Matt Hardy, or Tommy Dreamer? What was that? Moon for Kelly in the house. What's up? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Who could it be? Winning the ECW title in WWE, NWA title in TNA, and the Impact title in AEW. Oh yeah, well, a lot of you knew that one. That's surprising. Maybe the silhouette gave it away. I don't know. But 51 of you with the correct answer of Christian. Next question. Type the answer. Worth double your points. Manny Fernandez was nicknamed the Raging what? Manny Fernandez was nicknamed the Raging what? We're looking for one word. Type your answer, please. Or if you're Brett Housen, you know, you just put it in the chat, right? Just busting your chops, dude. 5 seconds. No, it was not Benya 13, the Raging Hemorrhoid. That's incorrect. But 51 of you, wow, that's impressive. 51 of you said it was the Raging Bull. Maybe you guys are getting smarter, right? You guys are watching a lot of Mr. WrestleTrivia, and you guys are getting smarter. I love it, hopefully. At least that's what, maybe I'm taking credit for it. I probably shouldn't take credit for it, but, you know, I might. Look at that top 5, staying the same. Up 5 places, though, is To Sweep Me is the highest climber, and I will to sweet you in the camera. So way to go. And we're moving on to a question numero 10. Multiple choice. Who won the 2023 NXT Women's Breakout Tournament? Elektra Lopez, Jada Parker, Kalani Jordan, or Lola Vice? Pardon me. Just getting a little sparkling water. Not because I'm frou-frou. I just, you know, I'm trying to drink low-calorie drinks. You know, it's summertime. I got to work, you know, got to get my my gut down. Delicious. The correct answer was Lola Vice. 34 of you with that correct answer. Way to go. proud of you. That top 5 we're locked in. These top 5 are impressive right now. We're 1/3 of the way through. Allie, Sweets, Flanders, Ryan the Bowler, and Headlocks have a nice little, stranglehold on the top 5. So way to go. That's impressive. Now we're up to 83 people in the chat. Welcome in. If you'd like to play this game, you go to www.kahoot.it 961-9094. If you're also here and you haven't done so yet, please hit the thumbs up button because I'd really appreciate it. I do need a beer as well. Normally, I have my honey habanero margaritas, but I didn't get a chance to make that before I decided to go live. So I'm just, I'll have it afterwards. It'll be nice. I can recline and relax. All right. Let's move on to the question 11. Yes. Visual clue. Name this wrestler. Is it Austin Idol, Eddie Gilbert, Steve Kern, or Tommy Rich? By the way, when I was growing up, I nicknamed myself Hot Stuff. I just thought that was the greatest nickname, so I called myself Hot Stuff Kevin Callis, like all the time. That was my go-to nickname. Yes, that is Steve Kern, a.k.a. Doink the Clown number 2, a.k.a. Skinner, a.k.a. half of the Fabulous Ones with Sweet Stan Lane. That is Steve Kern. So, scoreboard, top 5, staying the same. We're moving on to question number 12. True or false? Adam Cole was the first NXT Triple Crown champion. Mm-mm-mm. 5 seconds. Ooh, we're split there. Pretty much. 36 said true. However, 28 were correct in being false because the first ever Triple Crown champion was... Hang on. Johnny Wrestling. Johnny Gargano was the first. There you go. By the way, there have only been 3 NXT Triple Crown champions. Johnny Gargano was first, Adam Cole was second, and Tony D'Angelo is the third NXT Triple Crown champion. How you doing? How you doing? Way to go. Let's look at the scoreboard now. Ooh, looks like Allie might have gotten that one wrong because Flanders and Ryan the Bowler and Chase TMG and Headlocks have all moved ahead of Allie. Impressive. By the way, I need to thank the Cali Made Kid for a $5 super chat. I certainly do appreciate that. You are the man. Says, I'm going to start calling you Kevin J. Chalice for drinking out of one. That's not so much chalice. I mean, I guess it kind of is. It's just it's plastic. I mean, I could try and find a chalice and go and do that. Chalice, callus. Guys in high school or in college used to call me schmalice. Anything that was weird that rhymed with callus. Schmally Cat, Schmalice. They were a bunch of potheads, though. I mean, so they were, crazy. But it's all good. Also, Dan Lemley. Thank you, Dan, the man, once again for your $4.99 super chat and for also being a member of the IWC, the Inside Wrestle Trivia Club. A quick plug about that. What it is, it's membership you can join on YouTube. What happens is instead of getting Wrestling Jeopardy on, say, a Saturday morning, you'll get a Wrestling Jeopardy 2 days ahead of the other masses out there. So there are other perks. You get discounted merch on my merch at Pro Wrestling Tees. And you get, you're just helping the channel. You're giving me some of your time, talent, and treasure, and I certainly appreciate that. Dan has been a member for over a year. Dan, the man, I appreciate that. Let us get back to the quiz. And question number 13. Tennille Dashwood, a.k.a. Emma, is married to what former WWE superstar? Baron Corbin, Matt Cardona, Riddick Moss, or Ridge Holland? She's got 2 kids with the man. He needs to put a madcap on that. That's Madcap Moss, a.k.a. Riddick Moss, married to Emma. Although she used to date Matt Cardona. But who didn't Cardona date, I guess, you know? Anyway, we go to the board, and we see Paw Paw is making a comeback with 3 in a row, but Flanders is in first place still. Ryan the Bowler in second. Chase TMG third. Headlocks fourth, and Allie still in 5th place. So we move on to question 14. Pin the answer. Work double your points. The first recognized table spot in WWF history happened at what 1995 pay-per-view? What does everybody think? Five seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. I said, are you ready for the Survivor Series? I said, for the... Oh, I didn't get it. I didn't get it in time. Damn it. This is the wrong one. Oh, this is the SummerSlam Jam. No, I was hoping for the Survivor Series. Is this it? There you go. Yes. 25 of you were ready for the Survivor Series. It happened at 1995 pay-per-view. Diesel threw Bret Hart into a table, and that was collectively known as the first recognized table spot in WWF history. So there you go. You've learned something new. Let's go to the scores. Allie's moving up to 4th, Sweet's 5th, Chase, Ryan, and Flanders are our top 5. And we go to question 15. Cody Rhodes' last match as Stardust was held at what sports venue? Baltimore Arena? Sorry about that. Greensboro Coliseum, Norfolk Scope, or the Richmond Coliseum? Usually I read those answers, and for some reason I had a brain fart and just... sorry about that. 2, 1. Now, this is a crazy story. I mean, not really a crazy story. The correct answer is the Greensboro Coliseum, and that's where Dusty Rhodes would obviously wrestle all the time with the NWA. So it was just fitting that Cody Rhodes' last match as Stardust during his first WWE run ended at the Greensboro Coliseum. And we go to the scores here. After 15, looks like Flanders, the top 5, was the only one to get that right. So, way to go. I appreciate it. Now, we're moving on. All right? We did 15 regular trivia questions. Now, it's time for some SummerSlam trivia. All right? All right, so questions 16 through questions 30. Let's move on here. First question. Multi-select. Uh-oh. Damn it. I screwed this up. All right. Nobody gets this one right. I'm skipping this one. Everybody put Dinner Impossible. Okay? Just put Dinner Impossible. That's the correct answer. All right? Botchamania, Mr. WrestleTrivia strikes again because I'm trying to be too fancy with my stupid SummerSlam stuff. By the way, this question right here was provided by Ian Healy. Thank you, Ian, for sending this question along. You emailed me. If you have any questions or clues that you'd like me to maybe think about or consider, kevinj@wrestletrivia.com, or you can send me a message on any of my social media channels at Mr. WrestleTrivia. So, correct answer is Dinner Impossible. Before SummerSlam 2009, several superstars and divas joined Robert Irvine for an episode of what Food Network show? Yes, the correct answer is Dinner Impossible. So look, and there's your top 5 again. Sorry about that. I apologize. Let's move on to some true or false here. Umaga's initial opponent, I can't even talk now, at SummerSlam 2007 was supposed to be Hulk Hogan. True or false? Man, what a botch. And I just put that question in, too, like about a couple hours ago. So, of course, I should just leave things be. Best laid plans. Yes, the correct answer is false. However, it looks like I tricked some of you. Umaga's initial opponent at SummerSlam 2007 was supposed to be the cast of Jackass. They actually had posters made up. Jackass Steve-O and Chris Pontius, Ponyboy, got their butts kicked by Umaga. But then they just pulled out. So there you go. Scoreboard. That's what she said. Top 5 stays the same. We're moving on now to SummerSlam trivia question number 3. How old was Randy Orton when he won the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam 2004? 22, 23, 24, or 25? How old? Who you got? That was a match against Chris Benoit. Don't forget, if you're popping by to say hi and check out this game, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button because it helps the channel grow and reach new people. The correct answer here, 34 of you were correct. It is 24 years young was the Viper. Scoreboard. Ooh, Allie's moving up to 3rd. Flanders is still in 1st. We got Ryan the Bowler. 2nd, Sweets. 4th, Headlocks. 5th, Moon for Kelly is making a comeback with 3 in a row. And we're moving on now to type the answer here. This is worth double your points. The inaugural SummerSlam pay-per-view took place in what year? Participants, type your answers. Yes, Gail Kim is married to Robert Irvine, by the way. All right, we're closing in on 10 seconds left. The correct answer is 40 of you were correct, and it was 1988. 1988. TJ Holiday has cracked the top 5. Roland is back with an answer streak of 3. However, Flanders is still rocking first place. Question 20. Who was the first man eliminated in Team WWE versus The Nexus at SummerSlam 2010? Bret Hart, Darren Young, Michael Tarver, or Skip Sheffield? Michael Tarver, that's a blast from the past. Anybody remember that guy? He had that like mask. He had like the COVID mask before COVID was cool. Trent, you can play at work, you know. You can try and play at work. You can try and sneak something, right? Come on. Thanks for stopping by, Trent. I appreciate it. Good to see you, man. Who was the first man eliminated in Team WWE versus The Nexus at SummerSlam 2010? It was Darren Young. 20 of you got that right. I might have tipped you off there with Michael Tarver talking about him too often. But yeah, it was Darren Young. Make Darren Young great again. Ryan the Bowler moving up to first. Flanders second. Doc Adams is popping in the top 3. Headlocks fourth. TJ Holiday in fifth. Moving on to question 21. What weapon did Edge use illegally to win the SummerSlam 26 main event? Brass knucks, a lead pipe, a steel chair, or title belt? What's up, Chanel D. Queen? How you doing? Rocky, how are you, buddy? Mr. Scott, great to see ya. What's going on? You haven't done it. It's been a minute since you did a Wrestling Jeopardy reaction, Mr. Scott. So let's go, buddy. You got a lot of work to do making up that stuff, okay? Once again, what weapon did Edge use illegally to win the SummerSlam 2006 main event? Brass knucks, lead pipe, steel chair, or title belt? Boom. Brass knuckles is the correct answer. 28 of you with that correct answer. TJ Holiday moving up to 4th. Headlocks dropping down to 5th. We're moving here. Let's go. True or false? Sid Justice was the special guest referee for the main event of SummerSlam 1991. True or false? I'm sorry. I just laugh at that picture of Sid with the referee wife beater. I got to get myself one of those and put that on. Maybe I can do that on a Wrestling Jeopardy. That'd be pretty funny. Yes, it is true. There have been a lot of special guest referees in SummerSlam over the years. You had, whatchamacallit, Jesse the Body. You had the Big Boss Man was a special referee for a random, like, Jake the Snake Roberts versus Bad News Brown match. Bonus question here for you folks in the chat. Can you name, or can you tell me, how much money did Sid Justice get paid to be the special guest referee at SummerSlam 1991? I will highlight the correct answer How much did Sid get paid? Nobody has a guess? Nobody? No. Nope. Nope. It wasn't a nickel. It wasn't $500K. It was not $1. Nope. Wasn't $100K. Close. Nope, not 50. Oh, there we go. Ding, 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 ding. Moon for Kelly with the correct answer, $25,000. And I know that because they have online, you can see the payout sheet for SummerSlam 1991. No, he did not get a night with Sapphire. Come on, jeez. Let's keep it PG here, folks. Too funny. All right. Enough of that. We're moving on. Scoreboard remains the same. Ethan Gold, though, is up 3 places. He's the highest climber. We're on to question 23. Who teamed with Stephen Amell at SummerSlam 2015? Kofi Kingston, The Miz, Neville, or Wade Barrett? AKA the Green Arrow, Stephen Amell. Five seconds. 4, 3, 2, uno. Yes, it was the man who defied gravity. Is that his nickname? The man who gravity forgot? Anyway, it was Neville. Mighty Mouse, as Vince called him. Ryan still in first place. Flanders second. TJ third. Headlocks fourth. Doc Adams fifth. Double E11393 is back with an answer streak of 3. It's a way to go with that. Type your answer here. Worth double your points. The first WWF heavyweight title change to take place at SummerSlam occurred in what year? I need the year. First, look at the winged eagle. So beautiful. So pretty. I need to get myself a winged eagle. I think Dante on Deck got himself one a couple months ago. What year? Boing. The year is 1997. SummerSlam, marketed as SummerSlam Heart and Soul, from the Continental Airlines Arena in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The main event was Bret Hart versus The Undertaker. Undertaker was the champion. Bret defeated him. Shawn Michaels was the special guest referee. So then there you go. Bret was the wiener that night. Top 5 stays the same. We get a little room there between Ryan and Flanders. We're moving on now to question 25. How far did Shane McMahon allegedly fall at SummerSlam 2000? 40 feet, 50 feet, 60 feet, or 70 feet? Man, Shane was a crazy MFer. Right? And of course, there's Steve Muffugin Blackman. I never know how to say that properly. Mm-hmm. 5 seconds left. Correct answer is 50 feet. Yep. Yippers. Allie. Oh, Allie had been off the top 5. Now she's back. And she is rolling. Trying to make a comeback here with only 5 questions left. Yeah. Who played the fake Undertaker at SummerSlam 1994? Brian Lee, Glenn Jacobs, Kevin Nash, or Luke Gallows? I might be one of the only ones here, but I loved this storyline. I thought it was great. They had a whole tie-in, I remember, with Domino's Pizza. Definitely was buying Domino's Pizza for this SummerSlam. It was a Monday night, I think. It was awesome. Leslie Nielsen, the Naked Gun. George Kennedy. Come on. Classic stuff. Love the New Generation era. It does not get enough love, that New Generation era. I'm sorry, but they deserve it. All right. The correct answer is Primetime Brian Lee. Scoreboard remains the same. We're moving on. I believe this is a true or false question. It is. Stone Cold Steve Austin pooped his pants versus Yokozuna at SummerSlam 1996. True or false? Yep, the Who News. Pizza, Doritos, Mountain Dew. That defined the 90s. Yes, it definitely did. Did Stone Cold Steve Austin poop his pants versus The Undertaker at SummerSlam 1996? The correct answer is false. He did not. However, he did poop his pants. I believe he was wrestling Yokozuna on it was an international tour. He told the story on Hot Ones while he's eating wings. And he said that Yoko slammed him, and there you went. The rest is history. There you go. Scoreboard remains the same again. 3 in a row for I Stink, who's back in the game. Moving on. What was the tagline for SummerSlam 2012? The biggest party of the year. Here comes the pain. The party's over. Or the perfect storm. What do you think? What do you think? 10 seconds left. The correct answer is green, the perfect storm, because the main event was Brock Lesnar versus Triple H. And for some reason, they had them and like water and stuff like that on the posters and stuff. Maybe it was around when The Perfect Storm came out, that movie with George Clooney. I don't know. That was like 14 years ago. Anyway, correct answer, The Perfect Storm. Doc Adams has moved into the top 5. Ryan the Bowler, though, is pulling away, almost 2,000 points up on Flanders. XL Gear is up 5 places and is the highest climber. We need you to type your answer here. This is double points. Of the 18 superstars who competed at SummerSlam 2002, how many were former or future world champions? Yeah. I went there. of the 18 superstars who competed, how many were former or future world champions? The correct answer is 15. I'm sure some of you probably looked that up. I'm just saying. You had Kurt Angle, Rey Mysterio, Ric Flair, Chris Jericho, Edge, Eddie Guerrero, Christian, Booker T, Rob Van Dam, Chris Benoit, The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Brock Lesnar, and The Rock. The three who weren't are Lance Storm, Booker T, and Test. So there you go. We had a little movement there, little movements, but now we're into the final question. Dan Lemley is up 6 places. Way to go, the highest. All right, here we go. Goldust was not a champion. Did I say that? Oh, the three people who weren't world champions were Lance Storm, Goldust, and Test. There you go. All right. Final question. Multi-select. Who was in Earthquake's corner at SummerSlam 1990? Dino Bravo, Frenchie Martin, Jimmy Hart, Typhoon. There's more than one correct answer in this clue. $20 seconds left. Earthquake. Do you know how old Earthquake was? He's 27 years old in that picture. Are you freaking kidding me? That's insane to me. That's nuts. All right, the answers were, who was in Earthquake's corner at SummerSlam 1990? It was the Canadian strongman Dino Bravo and the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. Let us go to the podium. In third place, Headlocks. Second place, Flanders. But in first place with a score of 30,768 points, Ryan the Bowler. Fourth place was TJ Holiday, and I did not see who got fifth place. Way to go, folks. Another impressive job by all of you. 30 questions down in an hour. That's impressive. Why is everybody saying Booker T didn't count? Did I say Booker T? Maybe I missed that. I got it wrong. But it was 15. I messed up when I said Booker T, okay? Ryan is a 2-time champion. Way to go, Ryan. Congratulations. I appreciate everybody playing. I appreciate you for sending the folks who have sent me super chats. I certainly appreciate that. People who have become members, people who have subscribed to the channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Hit that like button. I have 49 likes, 49 thumbs up. Need one more thumbs up and we can get to 50. That'd be good, right? 50 likes. That's impressive, I think. We will do this again in 2 weeks. Let me see. Yep, should be doing it again in 2 weeks. New Wrestling Jeopardy will be coming out this weekend. This will be episode 94. It's going to be a lot of fun. And that's it, right? That's it. Hope everybody has a great night. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And I will see you again real soon. Peace out. Okay, peace out.